Hello friends, welcome back to another video. My name is BudgetWithDee and on this channel we talk all things cash stuffing, budgeting and small business related. As you can see in this video, I will be talking you through every single savings challenge that I'm currently doing at the moment and what those are saving for. I have a confession to make. I will not lie, I have a confession. A lot of these challenges I didn't have a specific purpose for what I was saving, if that makes sense. I was just doing the savings challenges just to try and save money, but I didn't really know exactly where all of it was going. I knew where like this one was going because this is the main one, but other than that I didn't really know I was going to do these ones, because last year all the money that I saved in between these two, so my mystery tin and my weekly shopping leftovers, I used those, I used those to pay for Christmas last year. However, this year I've got an actual Christmas fund, so I'm not going to need to do that, so I had to kind of figure out what I'm going to be doing with these. But never fear, I'm going to talk you through each challenge one by one and what that is for. So shall we just jump straight into it? I started these challenges around November time. This says February, but I had been putting the money away from about November time. It's just that I never actually got around to adding it to my actual challenge. It was just sitting there in a pile, so yeah, that's why I wrote that. But that's the day that I started stuffing rather than actually saving for it, so it's a bit of a wonky one. So it's been what, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, April, May, what? We're not even there.
November, December, January, February, March, April.
So we're about 6 months into these challenges. Wow, that's crazy. We're halfway in. Shall we just jump straight into it? I think so. Let's start in this one. The reason I'm showing you this is because in here I've got my dicer challenge. Let me just show you. There it is. You might have seen it in my other videos, but the principle is basically I roll the dice and whatever it lands on, I take it out either of my personal wallet or the weekly food shop wallet. Once the challenge is actually complete, then I save 189, I believe, pounds. Oh. Yeah, 189 pounds. This is the only one that I don't really know what to do with. I'm just doing it for the fun of it, just because it's an extra saving. But yeah, this is the only one that I'm still not 100% sure of. So that's why I've done it at the start, because we get that one out of the way. Get it out of the way. So if you guys have any ideas what I could use 189 pounds on once this is complete, then do let me know. We're gonna jump into this one now. This whole binder is actually like a savings binder, so it doesn't really count. Well, it counts, but not in the way of savings challenges. They're kind of like sinking funds. So I've got like my Christmas fund and all of that stuff. I'm going to come back to these one. So we're going to come back to the penny saving challenge. In here I've got my £10 saving challenge. I've got £100 in here so far. Let me just check.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep.
So I've saved £100 in here so far. Once this tracker is complete, I would have saved 300. Last year what I used this for was to buy myself some new clothes, so I'm thinking to maybe do something similar again. I don't know if I'm going to complete the entire tracker, would be nice to, but last year I definitely didn't do that. I think I got like halfway in and then I just took that. But yeah, I'm thinking to use this to also buy myself some nice new clothes towards the end of the year, or maybe just something to treat myself. So that's what this one is going to be for. Whilst we're in here, we might as well talk about the penny saving challenge. This is my progress so far. This one is so heavy. Very, very heavy. And then I've also got a little wallet in here for the notes. So we've got quite a few tens in there. I'm not going to bother counting it because I don't know how far in I am. I don't know how much of it I've done. I feel like I'm making an okay-ish start. For those of you who have not heard the penny saving challenge before, let me just quickly explain what it is. The premise is basically that every single day of the year you put away a certain amount of money, and you start with 1p on day 1 and you increase the amount by a penny every single day. So day 1 you put 1p in, day 2 2p, day 3 3p, day 21 21p, and so on all the way until you get to day 365, where you would be putting £3.65 in. So at no point in this challenge are you putting in more than £3.65, which is what I and a lot of others really like. It seems like quite an achievable challenge. The only downside is obviously that there's a lot of coins that you then have to cash in. So at the end of this challenge, once you've completed your tracker or once you've put all the money away, you would have saved £667.95, which is obviously quite a nice amount. A lot of people use it for Christmas, a lot of people use it for a holiday. We're actually going to be using it for next year's holiday spending money. So that's what this is going to be. I don't know if £660 is enough for spending money. We might be adding extra in. We've never been on a real holiday before, so we actually don't know. Let us know in the comments if you think that's enough or if we're gonna need way more. What's all this noise? Apologies if you can hear all these random noises. So yeah, this will be our holiday spending money, and yeah, we're making a decent-ish progress. Before I completely put this away, I'm just gonna move it to the side. For now, we're not going to completely forget her, we're just going to move her to the side. And I'm going to introduce you to my weekly envelope leftover saving challenge. I really need to come up with a better name for this because it's such a mouthful to say. But if you don't watch my videos, I have a set budget for my weekly food shop every single week, which is £100. And whatever doesn't get spent out of that every single week gets put away into one of these envelopes. So far, every single week there has been something to put in, which is really good. This is how many envelopes are filled in so far. And we do have bonus envelopes in there as well. So yeah, we've got quite a lot filled out so far. And my plan is to do this for a year, hopefully. But as you can see, we're 21 weeks in, so we're on week 22 right now as I'm filming. And this is the tracker that I've chosen to track my progress. And as you can see, this is how far we've come. I have been cheeky and I have added this up, and it is a really nice amount so far. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it is, but I know it's above 500, so that's just like, wow. That is 6 months progress of just saving the leftovers of a budget. So it really is like saving without realizing you're saving, because this is just money that was already put aside for something else, but it just wasn't spent. So really chuffed with this. Like I said, last year I used this for my Christmas shopping to get everyone's gifts and all that stuff. But because I've got a Christmas fund this year, that's not necessary. So I've been racking my brain to think what to use this for. And obviously a logical thing would be just to put it into an emergency fund or towards a deposit, something like that, but we're not planning to move anytime soon, like not for the next few years anyway. So then I decided, this is exciting, it's very exciting. Can you tell I'm excited? But yeah, I have now decided to use this to get us a holiday next year. So whatever we save through doing this, I'm gonna take this money to basically then book us a holiday for 2024. I don't know where we're gonna go, but we've never, like I said, we've never been on a real holiday before. You know, I feel like we deserve it. We work really hard, and I think we should also enjoy life. so that's what this is saving for. And then the penny saving challenge will be the spending money for our holiday. But if you follow me, you will know, if you remember, we do actually have a holiday fund in here. How much is here so far? I think it's literally like what, 90? 2, 4, 6, 8, 95. So we've got £95 in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say goodbye to my holiday fund wallet, because, well, it's not necessary anymore, is it? Because we've got this now. I don't mind waiting a year. And I'm going to put this into my Lithuania fund because we would like to go there at some point this year. And I think there's already like £200 in here. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh wait, no. 120. So if I add all of these together now, let's see what our new total is.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
So we've got £215 here for Lithuania, which to be fair should be plenty to get us the tickets to go there. Hopefully we'll be able to book that for this year, and we'll go and see my family, and the next year we'll have a fabulous family holiday somewhere nice. So that is it for this one, and also these two, so let's just move them out of the way. Moving on to my mystery tin. Last year my main focus was my mystery tin. However, this year it's my 100 envelope challenge. So this one, it's not been getting anywhere near as much attention as it did last time. It's pretty much the majority of the money I had to spare was going in my mystery tin. Whereas this year it's not. I feel like I just said that. Anyway, there is something in there when I do my cash app bins, and if there's enough there, I will put the odd 20 in or stuff like that. The majority, I think, of the money from here is coming from like Vinted and stuff that I sell online, which has slowed down now since I had like got rid of all my good stuff. So now the other stuff just kind of sitting there with people favoriting it, but then no one's actually buying it, and I'm like, no. And what this one, I'm not 100% sure what this one will be saving for either, but I'm thinking to use it to get something new for the home. Either something new for the home, or to put this towards our deposit deposit fund for when we eventually want to buy our house in the future. So I'm more leaning towards that one, to use whatever is in here for the deposit. Like I said, we're not planning to move anytime soon, but we're going to need quite a substantial chunk. So obviously every little helps. So yeah, that's my mystery tin. And the only reason it's called a mystery is because I don't track the progress. You might notice that with all of my other challenges, I've got like savings trackers, so I can see exactly the progress and how far along I am, but it's just a mystery tin, and I'm someone who really enjoys the element of surprise. So this just really gets me going. But yeah, it just excites me to not know what's in here and to then open it up in the end and then be like, wow, look at all this cash. So yeah, that's the mystery tin. Moving on to the last and final challenge, which is also my main challenge, which is my 100 envelope challenge. So here she is, beautiful and gorgeous and pink, of course. So this is the tracker that I'm using, and like I said, this only says February because that's when I started actually stuffing the money into here, but I've actually been collecting it since like the end of November last year. I think I've got about 20 odd of them ticked off so far, and I'm really not expecting to complete this in a year. I mean, it would be lovely, it would be absolutely lovely to complete this in a year, but if you can see at the end of it, you'll save £5,050, which is obviously a lot of money. Yeah, I don't know if that is within my budget or within my means at the moment anyway to complete such a challenge in a year, but we can only hope and we can only strive. But yeah, once this is completed, all of it will be going straight into our online bank, into our emergency fund. We don't really have one, but yeah, obviously 5,000 will just put us up a really nice amount. I'm hoping to get our emergency fund up to 10,000, just obviously in case of an emergency. If for whatever reason we can't afford to pay our rent, then it's always there. Or if something breaks down, or you know, an emergency fund. Hopefully it doesn't take 2 years, but I am adding to this as much as I can. I'm really restricting my other budgets, like my personal budget. I could put more in there if I wanted to, but I'm really just trying to put as much in here as I can. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. We will see. Obviously when business is doing better, then I can afford to put more in here, but I'm not really stressing myself out too much because I'm already making pretty good progress, if I do say so myself. So hopefully we can keep it up. That is my 100 envelope challenge. And that also brings us to the end of all my challenges. So let me just bring them all back in so you can see them once more. So here they all are, guys. Of course, in here we've got the dicer challenge, which once again, that's the only one that I don't know what it's going to be for, so please leave your suggestions what I could use that one for. Once again, it saves £189 at the end, so what do you think that we could use that for? Maybe something to invest for the business, that would be quite cool. Maybe some new office supplies, could do that. And then obviously in here, as well as these two, we've got the penny saving challenge and we've got the £10 saving challenge, as well as Christmas fund, birthdays, all of that good stuff. We've got all of that in here. In here we've got our mystery tin, which is saving towards our deposit for when we eventually buy a house at some point in the future. And then our weekly envelope leftovers are saving for next year's holiday. Penny saving challenge will be for spending money for the holiday. And then our 100 envelope challenge, the main challenge, the challenge of them all, the beast of all challenges. This will be going towards our emergency fund. I hope this clears up any confusion you guys may have had. I have seen quite a lot of questions or people just saying that they've got brain fog because there's so many challenges and they don't know what they're all going towards. So maybe in the future I'll just keep reminding you what they are. Let me know if that's something you would like. So yeah, that is all of my challenges. Once again, I feel like this is definitely a lot of challenges, and I don't consider myself someone who's on a good salary either. If you don't know, I'm self-employed, so the only money that I have coming in is through my business, as well as like Vinted, Depop, stuff like that, but that is rare and far and few in between. On a typical month, what I make from my own business is within the range of what I was making when I was working in a supermarket part-time for like 15 hours a week. So it's really not huge money, but it's enough for me to, you know, not to have to go out to work, and it's also just about enough to be able to actually contribute to these challenges. And once again, this one here is like the star of the show in my opinion, because you don't even realize that you're saving. You've got a budget for your weekly food shop and all your other stuff, and then whatever's left over you just put in an envelope and forget about it. And I think, in my opinion, that's just the beauty of cash stuffing, and that is why I cannot recommend it enough to anyone and everyone. So if you've not heard of cash stuffing before, please Look into it, give it a go, you will not regret it. But without rambling on for too much longer, I will love you and leave you as always, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video if you did enjoy it and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you enjoyed, if you're doing any of these challenges as well and what you're saving for. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching and have a lovely, lovely day. Bye.